I swear, you are single-handedly keeping this place in business.
Come on, I'm not here that often.
Ben, long time no see.
Hey.
She's joking. You were here yesterday. Good thing the BMO digital banking app groups your spending into categories like eating out.
Not here that often.
What's up, Ben? So it's easy to keep an eye on your money and see how you're tracking against a monthly budget.
Perfect.
Can I get a slice of the Ben, please?
Ben, it's good to finally put a face to the slice.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Brought to you by Kia, movement that inspires.
This is Capital One Tournament Central.
The dance continues for the Midwest Regional Champs. The Michigan Wolverines have punched their ticket to the Final Four for the first time. Since 2018, they set the tone and they never gave it back. Welcome back to our New York studio. Nate here with Clark, Bruce, Kenny, and Charles. Hey, Chuck, you said this game was like if you and Kenny got in a fight.
I'd beat him down. What is this, 1983? This Chuck? Yeah. Roll Chuck? Oh, I'll take my odds now. Take my odds without question. You know, that was impressive.
Yeah.
From start to finish. It's going to take a really, really special team to beat them because their defense is impressive. Their offense is impressive. Their defense, the way they pass the ball, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic. But we got something for them next Saturday.
There we go.
Speaking French again.
Enfin, we.
Well, you know, first of all, Tennessee, great season. You know, Elite Eight three times in a row.
Yep.
Super difficult to do. They're on the verge of pushing the envelope and pushing through the wall.
Yep.
Met the perfect storm, you know, in terms of, you know, for Michigan. Michigan, this is the perfect storm, a team that perfectly matched up that they could probably be superior than. The next round, we already advanced it. Forget, we're going to give you 3 minutes to cut. You're not even cutting the net down, and we're talking about next week.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, that is going to be the heavyweight fight of all heavyweights fights on Saturday night next week.
Michigan on a mission.
Yeah.
They're on a mission.
Yeah.
Their personnel was superior at every position. Their defense was dominant. And Kenny, I agree. This is going to be the most talented monster semifinal best we've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it all year long. These two teams have clearly been the best too. But and Michigan played like it. They played with the confidence and comportment of a championship team, and they feel like they've got everything it takes, and they've shown us all year long that they're extremely capable at both ends of the floor.
Yes, they have. All right, coming up here on CBS, the fourth and final team to punch their ticket to Indianapolis when UConn faces Duke in the East Regional Final. Which brings us to the Capital One rewarding performance. In today's focus, UConn's incredible 17-game winning streak in the Sweet 16 or later. Now, should it reach 20, it would mean a third national title in 4 years for Dan Hurley and the Huskies. And Alex Caravan is the winningest player in Huskies history, and he looks ready to make sure that streak continues. Back with more after this. Stick around.
Earn double miles on our game tickets with the Capital One Venture Card.
Great! My bracket's busted.
I'm sorry, Sam Jackson.
I am for real.
Pressure beaters.
Lost it over time.
Didn't get it right. You need a zillion tries.
Thought I picked a pretty bracket, but you can't be Cinderella.
Guys, it's double overtime.
Overtime? Overtime? Over overtime? I'm sorry, Sam Jackson. I am for real.
Don't think that this has just happened to anybody. He feels like where he came from made him who he is today. Love on your parents. Mother, man. That's the rock. That's where you came from. Keep pursuing your dream. Keep reaching higher.
Keep making them basket.
Keep saying, I can, I will.
stunts are at Wendy's this March Madness. Dunk a fry in a Frosty and see for yourself. Get you some.
Dusty May's team is the second 1 seed to stamp their ticket to Indianapolis. The Midwest Regional Champs are also the second school from the Big Ten still dancing. Back with more Capital One Tournament Central after this.
Introducing the Great Clips $12.99 haircut coupon. Because Great Clips gets that March is the best, but that hair is the worst. So get the Great Clips $12.99 haircut coupon and look as tournament ready as you feel.
Hannah, thanks for joining me for this Pick 6 for $19.99.
Is this a podcast?
Absolutely it is. Now let's get vulnerable.
I don't know if my parents will.
Oh, no, not about you. About Pick 6 meal for 2.
Oh.
Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Tatum, I found him. I found him first.
Green handles.
Today I think we're going to find somebody just like that. How, you're wondering? Right? How is what you're thinking? You're a scout. I'm a scout. I've brought us to probably the best place you could ever scout anything. And I'm just being greeted with silence.
Scouting at Dick's. Genius.
So smart.
Oh, now this guy's going that way. Now I'm getting the lay of the land.
Valets can be a big test for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
There's an overflow lot somewhere in the vicinity.
If the garage is full, they go to the auxiliary.
He said if the garage is full, they'd go to the overflow lot.
I heard him. I was right here. Let's just stand quietly.
Right. I bet you guys have driven some great cars, huh?
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with
I
us.
think you might have brought the wrong car. We had the red convertible.
Foul. 2 shots. We need more noise. Call friends. Call everyone. Let's go. Every voice counts. What's up? Okay, calling the ace.
Come on, she's gonna throw up a break. She's the break thrower.
Okay, great. It's working. Give him everything you got. Hi, Candace.
Hey, sneak me to their bench. I want to get in their head.
Hey, bye, Candace.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
March Madness. Nothing better.
New Monday.
This is where the real problems of the world get solved, in the shadows. Pretty slick, huh?
The new series CIA, CBS Monday.
This is Capital One Tournament Central.
2 premier programs.
Duke is still elite.
2 of the biggest brands in college basketball.
UConn's championship hopes remain alive.
It's as good as it gets for an Elite Eight game with the stakes on the line. Elite Eight is a big deal. Final Four is an even bigger deal.
The winner goes to the Final Four.
We've got to be at our absolute best if we want to advance to Indy. It'd mean everything to me to make it to the Final Four. This is what March is all about, to be in these moments.
We are just minutes away from the start of the East Regional Final. So, who cuts down the Nets in D.C.? Clark, I'll start with you.
Well, I think it's all about can UConn's complementary players, Ball, Ross, Demery, Ryber, can they rise up to be helpful to Caravan and Reed? Those 2 are not enough to beat this Duke team, and I don't think they will be able to handle what the Boozer, the big fella, Cam Boozer, brings in his matchup advantage throughout the game, but more importantly, late if it's tight.
UConn's a tough scout. They're a really difficult preparation because Danny Hurley's offense is very complicated to guard. UConn also gets off to great starts, and Duke has shown throughout the tournament they've started slowly. That's one thing I would be concerned about. But as I look at the matchup, UConn has struggled with athleticism when they played against athleticism and speed. And I think that Duke's athleticism is underrated. Key for me is Cam Boozer. As long as he doesn't get into foul trouble, okay? Who gets in foul trouble? Terrence Reed for UConn or Cam Boozer? That's going to be a key matchup. And that's what I'm watching for.
Yeah, I'm curious about that matchup. They're going to guard each other because if either one of them get in foul trouble, they're going to struggle. But I think Clark touched on it. I like Duke's complementary parts better. I do. I think that they got more weapons, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah.
I do agree with Bruce also. They're not the most athletic team out there, so I'm going to go with Duke.
I even surprised Cam Boozer when I told him he won 91% of his games from high school to USA to now to college. That was a surprise. So he's a winner. His brother's a winner. His dad was a winner. But there's something that tells me those guys in UConn, if Tyrus Reed, I know he could stop him possibly on the low block, but can he stop him when he has the ball at the top of the circle and he starts playing with the ball? And when I'm talking about Boozer, that will be the difference. If he can slow that down, UConn wins on.
Yeah, two of the best bigs in college basketball. All right, one last quick timeout as we inch closer to tip-off. We are back in 90 seconds as the Big Ten Player of the Year cuts down the Nets in Chicago.
Our goal for our kids has always been, whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability.
Can't plan for a big game, but what you can control is my energy, my effort, my intensity.
I miss those moments in the car, because it is quality time. We couldn't recreate how things unfolded.
When it's down to one play, you want easy FUD to get the ball.
Can you share the photo?
Oh, okay.
Whoa, that turned out great, man.
Yeah, AT&T gave me the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra on them. No expensive plan, no annoying boyfriend either. Gone. Bye. Boop.
Come on, Carl.
All right.
Share it. There you go. You should give him a chance.
I should have given boarding school a chance.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra on us with eligible trade-in. Any condition. Most expensive plan not required.
Before the world knows their names, they're students, teammates, competitors. Across NCAA campuses, dreams of Team USA take shape. Nearly two-thirds of Team USA once wore their school's colors. More than half of U.S. Paralympians trained as college athletes. Together, they carried that spirit to the podium. Because Olympians aren't just made, they're made here.
National Player of the Year frontrunner Cam Boozer, hoping to help the Duke Blue Devils to a 19th Final Four appearance, while Tyrus Reed Jr. and the Huskies looking to move on to Indy for a shot at a third national title in the last 4 years. It's Duke and UConn for the final spot in the Final Four. Grab your popcorn. This game is about to be a movie. Enjoy the game.
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is sponsored by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Geico. It feels good to Geico. And by Wendy's. Wendy's has the official dunks of March Madness.
Here's another tip from the Shack Yard. How to improve your seating.
When you're seating, start with the perimeter pass. Cover all zones and move with purpose. You get that, Phil? That worked better than expected.
The most epic dunks are at Wendy's this March Madness. Order from the Dunks menu in the app for your chance to win.
Oh, wow. AT&T just credited my bill. I guess the service was out and I didn't even notice. It really is America's best guarantee, huh?
Turns out doing the right thing without someone having to ask is always appreciated. Remember when I told you, Blake, you are enough? And you said, thanks, Ted. And then we had that amazing handshake?
I don't remember that.
Blake, you are enough.
Thanks, Ted. Wow. Wait, are you a magician?
I don't know. Why don't you check your pocket?
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
Nothing there.
Oh, I was just looking for my phone.
The company with America's best guarantee.
Behind basketball stars like AZ Fudd are Geico's 24/7 claim support and a village of people who are always there.
Hey, Coach. And Pat. Kids I used to babysit.
What's up, AZ?
Hey, Dog Walker Trudy. Give me a spot.
You got it.
AZ, 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 AZ.
That's a lot of people in the gym.
Thanks, friends. Thanks, family. Thanks, 13,000 Geico claim specialists.
Anytime. It feels good to have a team behind you. It feels good to Geico.
All right, let's hit legs next.
Marshals, we do this job because others can't.
Saddle up, cowboy.
Over 20 million viewers.
Try to keep up.
Have made CBS's Marshals TV's #1 new show.
Time you into a cowboy yet?
Back on Crazy Train.
Let's go. My Marshals came up big today.
Marshals, a new era of Yellowstone. New episode CBS tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Here is Leitner with the shot. And Dupin. UConn has won the national championship. UConn is going to the championship game.
UConn putting on a March masterpiece. Caravan. UConn's championship hopes remain alive. It's exciting. UConn Duke again. Cameron Boozer. Into the rim for two. Cameron Boozer meeting the moment. The execution flawless right now. Blue Devils advance to the regional finals. There is one spot remaining and one game left to determine who goes to the Final Four. As we join you from Washington, D.C., it's the Elite Eight and a battle of college basketball behemoths in the East region. Number 2 seed UConn taking on the 1 seed Duke. The final piece of the puzzle will be filled for Indianapolis. Illinois will beat the winner of this one. Arizona and Michigan have already advanced to the Final Four. And welcome courtside, everybody. Ian Eagle, along with Hall of Famers Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson on the sidelines. 2 premier programs going head-to-head. And somebody's dreams will come true tonight.
Yes, indeed. And maybe possibly the bluest of blue bloods, but both teams, championship expectations, and they get it done on both ends of the floor.
2 great programs, obviously. 2 great coaches, and a lot of great coaches, and a lot of championships. Occasionally, some good players.
Every now and again.
Once in a while.
All right, let's get into Duke because they would not be here without their Player of the Year candidate, Cameron Boozer. He's been terrific in this tournament.
Terrific indeed, and right here, a lot of movement to get him open. Great cut. The Blue Devils find Cameron Boozer. Of course, he can always back you down, use that size, and great touch on the interior, and he's a double-double machine on the offensive glass. Second chance points are a part of his game, Raph.
The law firm up front, Caravan and Reed, like to establish the big fella early on. A lot of motion, a lot of activity. Beautiful duck in here, and he's got the power to take you with him to the rim and the ability to get free. Caravan is the key to this team's offense. Always busy, always trying to help others. Gets them organized and drills that trade.
And let's check out the starting lineups here. UConn, this team got it done in the Sweet 16. The victory over Michigan State, 67-63. They had a huge lead in that game, but the performances of Caravan and Reed. And for Duke, Caden Boozer continues to start. Evans has been outstanding. And injuries, it's a headline as we send it over to Tracy Wilson.
That's right, Ian. Health, a bit of a concern for this Duke team. They didn't have enough bodies to practice, so they held a glorified walkthrough. John Shire telling me Caleb Foster, who played 19 minutes coming off that fractured foot, was sore yesterday. Shire telling me he is battling, but he is expected to play. Patrick Dunbus still not 100%. He'll come off the bench again. And Malik Brown will start, but I was told he's dealing with some back spasms. Something to keep an eye on, Ian.
And Tracy, this team is 35-2. John Shire in the Elite Eight for the third consecutive year, trying to go back to the Final Four in back-to-back seasons. And Dan Hurley, the success has been the standard for UConn. They are looking for their third championship in the last 4 years. And you want to talk about history, these two programs have made a whole lot of it. Start with UConn. 6 national titles, all of them since 1999. All they do is win. Duke won their first in 1991. They have 5 total. So between the two, 11 national championships in the last 34 years. We are set for action. Our officiating crew is Roger Ayers, Mike Reed, and Tony Chiazza. That's a new pronunciation we want to do right by Tony.
UConn made it easier for me to get into TV. That's why those championships.
Excellent point.
They chased a lot of people.
Let's go back to those 80s matchups in the Big East. And this mammoth matchup between UConn and Duke in D.C.
Missed jump here.
So they'll do it again with Roger Ayers tossing it in the air. Brown and Reed will do the honors.
Ooh, stole it, huh?
And we're underway. UConn controls the tip.
They go Grant Hill right now. Duke goes a little. Wait a minute.
Ref right away. Cameron Boozer on Caravan, and Malik Brown with that sore back having to battle with Reed inside.
And he'll duck in and he'll go to him.
Reed gets a touch against Brown, and a foul is called. Malik Brown, the reach in 21 seconds into this first half.
How about the counter right away? For 3 years I've been waiting for it. Now he's exposing the head and shoulder, the dream.
We saw the counter against Michigan State.
Big smile.
They got off to a huge lead. They were up 19 on Michigan State, only to see the Spartans battle back and make a game of it. Reed has been outstanding in this tournament. Consistent numbers, the presence on both ends of the floor.
You can see right away why Gunva is so important in this game for that matchup. Hopefully he's healthy and compete with the big.
UConn on the boards first. Caden Boozer on a handoff to Evans. He has proven to be a 3-level scorer in his sophomore season. Bounce it. Boozer. And it's blocked by Reed.
Terrence Reed, a great shot blocker, has to be careful. He cannot pick up fouls for UConn.
I would go at him at that end for that reason.
Mullins, freshman, handles it out front. He's got Demery on the wing. He's not 100% dealing with a high ankle sprain. Ball misses on a 3-ball, and it's rebounded by Brown.
Those are the two that got to get going. They've been playing well of late. Mullins and Ball. Great hesitation.
And stripped to the ball. Mullins gets a piece. It's knocked out of bounds, and Duke will retain.
That's the improvement in Isaiah Evans' game. Was a shooter last year, as almost a sniper, but putting the ball down, getting downhill, getting to the rim. We've seen him make shots and great hands defensively there for UConn.
Duke got a gutty win over St. John's, 80-75 on Friday in the Sweet 16.
It's some offense for him.
And he gets the roll. Dame Sarr gets to the 10.
Casey bites it with that 3. Nice to see him put it on the deck.
Comes in averaging just under 6.5 points per game. Major athlete, multi-dimensional.
Caravan busy as could be.
And a deflection there by Caden Boozer. Up ahead. Sarr looking for the cutter. Boozer down the middle for the scoop to the hoop.
How about the run? Goodness. He is a tough match for anybody.
The ACC Player of the Year, Cameron Boozer, gives Duke a 2-point lead.
He can't keep up with him in that open floor. Caravan with the open look.
Caravan short on a 3. Made a big 3 late to secure the win over Michigan State.
He has been knocking them down of late.
Brother to brother.
Got to stay at home for the kick.
Double team Reed. Boozer looking for the open man. Head and shoulder fake. Sarr. Back out. Boozer fires. Can't hit the 3. Rebounded by Caden Boozer. And a reload. Evans never shy. For 3.
And what a reload there. Finding him, Caden Boozer. The rebound. Find your best shooter, Isaiah Evans. This is the start John Shire wanted for his Blue Devils.
Quick of that release.
Blatant.
Isaiah Slim Evans extending the Duke lead, 7-2.
You see the positional length on the wing of Duke.
This is tough here, I think, physically.
On an island, Reed gets inside for the Dukes.
He's so powerful. Loads up, great lower body strength as well.
And Duke hesitant to come double team with the shooters on the perimeter of UConn.
Johnson at best they'll dig.
Motoring, Boozer took a bump, and he will get the call on Mullins.
Right there, great offensive rebound, and then finding Evans doesn't need a lot of time at all to get that shot off. Playing with such great confidence. Isaiah Evans and then Caden Boozer drawing a foul. He's been pretty effective here in the postseason, getting into the paint, making things happen.
So Boozer at the free throw line where he shoots it at 80%. He and his brother, they've just won so much over the course of their young lives. And we knew they were blue chip recruits coming in. The fact that the two freshmen have been so reliable for Duke and for Jon Scheyer, I think they've exceeded his expectations.
100%. Cameron Boozer has been so good. And then, of course, Caden Boozer with the injury to Caleb Foster. You see mom and dad approving of the free throws there. But Caden Boozer having to step up in the starting role and doing a dynamite job.
They deserve commercials.
They've had a few of them.
Versus some. Nice shot. That's where he's at his best. Caravan.
Denery can't hit the three. Rebound. Reed had it. Gumba just checked in, and a foul is called.
It's on him, too, as well. That's the matchup.
Looked like two guys trying to block out Terrence Reed there, Raph. Yeah. He is so good. Quick feet, great hands, and power and force of Terrence Reed. As you see Malik Brown with a heating pad. I might need one over here, too.
Paul inside the arc. It goes down. There's the feathery touch. Solo ball.
He uses screens great, as all good shooters do. One thing about Duke, they relocate beautifully. So that Evans shot earlier.
See the versatility of Cameron Boozer running the point there. He's done that a lot this season.
Nickel dimer in a low post. Caravan. That's a tough match for him. The physicality end of things.
I think with this double big lineup of Duke, you want to go in and try to attack Caravan, maybe pick up more fouls.
And that is the first foul on Alex Caravan. He's dealing with Gumbo, who's listed at 250 pounds.
And now Caravan matched up on Boozer. It's tough to double team Boozer because he's such a great passer finding guys on the perimeter.
And he moves outside, too, where you can put it on the deck and pick a pop three.
Isaiah Evans tosses in, goes long for Gumba. High-low action. Boozer has position. Denied from behind. Caravan outside. It rims in. Dame Sarr with a downtown hit.
To your point, though, right away they took advantage of that matchup in the low box area.
And Sarr now has 5. Duke leads by 6. So right now it's Boozer with Caravan. Gumba dealing with Reed. He wheels and he missed it on the interior.
I thought he got hit on the arm there.
Nice job by Evans coming back and helping.
Gumba low. Catch made by Boozer, and the layup is there.
Raph, you see the value of Gumba, his passing and that high-low from the top.
Reed really have his hands up to help out the defender.
Cameron Boozer, the favorite for Naismith National Player of the Year, has given Duke an 8-point advantage. Roll to the rim. Reed couldn't finish it. Comes away with the offensive rebound and then goes to the offhand for the Deuce.
He is possessed lately, though. So much power around that rim.
There's a point of emphasis from UConn. They are getting him involved, going to him multiple times. Terrence Reed.
And Reed's former school, Michigan, already in the Final Four. The cut by Boozer. He will float it up and in.
People in Miami have seen that enough, huh? The high school days, nice read on the dive.
They went to Columbus. They had 4 state titles together. Duke is 6 of 9 from the field. Caravan feed it. Reed on an island with Gumba. Reed, the fancy footwork, and he gets it to go with the baby hook.
And that was pretty good defense there from Gumba, but better offense. Reed is deep in the bag of tricks.
He just locks that pivot foot in beautifully.
He has scored 8 of their 10 points, and a foul is called on the outside. Ball was defending Sarr. UConn and Duke. A spot in the Final Four in Indianapolis on the line. We're back in a moment.
to your local Acura dealer for the Spring Into Performance event going on now.
Don't just like somebody on the app. Like them in real life. She likes you. Say hello. Hello. Legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
Something happens when you put crispy, all-white meat chicken nuggets inside a Crunchwrap slider with your choice of sauce inside. What happens is, probably ordering one of each. The new Crispy Chicken Crunchwrap slider. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell.
That's right, Mom and Dad. My new boyfriend rides a motorcycle.
Oh, it's just a cruiser for unwinding on the weekends. Protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
How responsible.
Very sensible.
And he has a tattoo.
Temporary. From my niece. She insisted.
Oh, that's cute. Well, guess what, Mom? I chopped my hair off.
Well, I stand corrected. It's lovely.
No, it's not.
Super cute.
Very in right now.
That's my rough and tumble little girl.
We've got a doozy from the top-seeded AI. Let's dive in. She opens the Gemini app, asks for a detailed study guide, adds 3 PDFs, and a pic of her notes.
We gotta see that again. Look at how effortlessly she adds not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 uploads for free.
Smart choice using Gemini there, Brad. And just look at that study guide.
I've never seen anything like that. Literally, because I was a broadcasting major. Me too, Brad. Yowza!
It's Fleet Week.
It's chaos. At least nobody got hurt. You were saying.
NCIS is all new. CBS Tuesday.
New CBS Friday.
I figured I'd help you solve your case.
You always get the look on your face when you're about to do something crazy.
I got this. Lost in Blue is all new CBS Friday.
Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Well, the history between these two programs, they have met 4 times in the tournament since it expanded in 85. 1990, Elite Eight, Christian Laettner, buzzer beater. Duke gets the win. 91, Sweet 16, Duke wins it, wins the national title. 99, the national championship, the breakthrough for UConn, ending Duke's 32-game winning streak. And then 04, Final Four, Emeka Okafor led the Huskies to a 79-78 win on their way to their 2nd national title. And you have the Hurley connection as well. Dan Hurley, of course, the head coach at UConn, and Bobby Hurley, the longtime legend at Duke.
And I was wondering if he was going to come and where he would sit if he did.
Boozer is sitting at the 3-point line as he drills it from long range.
That's the load he is. So many spots on the floor he can do damage.
And Duke has got a 19-10 advantage. They are 3 of 4 from downtown, 7 of 10 overall. Malachi Smith is now in the game, the backup point guard for UConn, along with Jaden Ross.
He can break it down with the dribble and a great defender.
Mullins,
the runner,
the teardrop.
That's a good sign right there. Mullins has to stay aggressive, but I'll tell you, UConn, they just wear you down with their offensive execution.
And Shire knew it. The movement is elite from UConn, the sets they run. Here's Boozer, driving kick to his brother Caden.
That's how they spread the floor. He's loading up. Pretty good job by Mullins, but they can't get him to him.
He can hit that.
Gumbo. It rims out. Rebounded. Boozer had it rejected, and a tie-up. Caravan got there. The possession arrow to Duke, which I think will retain.
And that's the 2nd block that Caravan has had on Boozer down low.
Well, that's the matchup they're really taking advantage of.
Right there, you had
inside position. Mullins ended up on him.
Duke already has 6 assists. UConn has 0. Boozer off the double team. Spread it. Caden Boozer got him.
How about that? Just stepping into it. The passing ability of number 21. Pretty impressive.
Caden Boozer shooting 29% from long range, but that is working right now for the Blue Devils. Each brother has scored 7 points. Palmenia getting ready to check in.
Boy, back screen pop, they run you ragged.
Ross looks to the inside. A lot of bulk in the middle. Reed shows it, fakes it, and scores it.
He saw that against Michigan State.
The clinic, did he pay for the clinic? Unbelievable how impressive he's in that left.
He has scored 10 of their 14 points. Duke leads by 8.
Tough match for Caravan, on the road.
Ball got knocked away. Sarr is open, rimming over the backboard, out of bounds. Watch the men's Elite Eight live on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download it now to stay up to date on all of the action. And here comes Caleb Foster for Duke. It is hard to wrap your brain around what this young man has done. Less than 3 weeks after having foot surgery, he plays. In the second half, without him, they do not advance from the Sweet 16 to the Elite Eight.
100%. Had 11 points in the second half. Duke was in trouble against St. John's in that game, and he willed this team with his play and his leadership.
And Dre's tough, too. He's got good size to defend. Stewart on the floor, nice cut.
And Reed with tremendous position.
Mullins with a little bump, got him free.
It's like a throwback game here, going inside almost every possession for the Huskies.
And UConn has made its last 5 shots, and it's been mostly Reed.
Where does Duke go now? Boozer on the bench.
And Malik Brown back in. Sarr loses it, out of bounds.
A pretty good D by Mullins, too. Going on the offensive end, but good position D.
The play of Tarris Reed. He has been the dominant figure so far for the Huskies.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorite. Chicken Al Pastor, where fire meets flavor.
Ken doesn't know everything, but he does know if you bundle your flights, cars, hotels, vacation rentals, you can save up to 30%.
Good, horsey. Thanks, voice in the sky.
Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
Welcome to Chuck's Got Games. Oh, if you bought your A game, I bought my Capital One Saver card for unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Whack-a-chuck.
Oh. Magic. Ow. Woo! Feels good to leave it all on the court. Come on, make one. Come on. So that's why you're known for rebounds. I'm going to take that throne over there, man. That's for basketball royalty only.
Heavy is the crown, Chuck.
What in the world is in that room? What you got in that room?
There's no place like Lowe's.
Yeah, college is good. Some privacy would be nice. Yeah, we gotta keep things tight. Whoa, that's off limits. With this new privacy display, we decide what's private. And what we share. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't.
Hey, man, cut the defense, guys.
Oh, I got you, bro.
We are here at Planet Fitness, getting strong for the season's biggest games. Incredible! With the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and unlock sensational recovery amenities like Red Light.
Dickie V?
Let's go!
Rebound and recover with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $24.99 a month.
Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet, baby.
Coming in April, we head to Augusta National Golf Club for a tradition unlike any other. The Masters. Coverage starts at 12 Eastern on Paramount Plus, then continues at 2 on CBS and on Paramount Plus. And congratulations to that guy. He won the green vest. Very happy. 22-16 Duke moments ago. Tracy with Blue Devils head man Jon Scheyer.
Coach, you have the offensive rhythm early, but 12 points for Tarris Reed. How do you have to adjust there?
Yeah, we got to do a better job fighting his catch earlier. He's a handful, too. I mean, we're doing a good job on other guys, but we have to do a better job down there for sure.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
And Reed is one of the best bigs in the nation. He has shown that throughout the NCAA tournament. Mullins gets a clean look, but missed it.
Russ does a good job. Always came up with that. Anytime Mullins is free, quick jack, nail it.
They are 0 of 4 from three-point territory, so that part has not been working. Obviously, the inside has worked.
I thought Duke went to that full court, use some clock, maybe get their defense set a little bit.
And I think they fell back to a 3-2 zone, which we've seen a lot of in this postseason from them.
Well, we told him yesterday he's becoming known as a zone coach. That is a stigma at Duke, you know.
It has worked for them, including the victory over St. John's.
I think Boeheim taught Mike to do it once in a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Cameron Boozer is back in, and so is Isaiah Evans. 11 and a half to play in this first half. Evans stop and go.
Oh, his footwork.
Oh, that's nice. Line drive delivery is there.
That is their best offense all through this tournament. Use those two in pick and roll situations. His footsteps are extraordinary. Oh, he extricates himself.
It's an 8-point advantage for the Blue Devils.
They're going to load up Reed again.
Mullins, this time it is off the mark. Front rim. Trying to bring this lead to double figures. Boozer, swing, Homenya.
A little Nickelheimer out there. Stewart.
Right here, Isaiah Evans, he attacks Reed. He doesn't settle, goes at Reed, and beautiful step back as you talked about, Raph. It truly was a line drive, no arc at all on that shot, but the confidence from Isaiah Evans now is just unreal.
We asked him about the confidence, where it comes from, and he told us in high school he was asked to do so many different things that it just gave him confidence in all these various roles. Another one? No, too strong. Foster keeps it alive. And it goes through the legs of Smith. It must have grazed a UConn player out of bounds.
And Bird, what's made Evans better is his ability to drive now. His shooting sets up that opportunity. He's got to close out big on him.
Wow. That went through 2 pairs of legs. It was through Ryba and then through Smith for a double nutmeg.
Well, look at this mismatch. Nice find.
Swing it.
Step back. No.
Evans, the long strides. Give it up. Brown loses it. Out of bounds. Coca-Cola and Wendy's are teaming up to refresh fans with the $8 Biggie Bundle. Order now in the Wendy's app to score $0 delivery.
Both teams really react defensively. You can't pass up good opportunities. Open shots, make them.
Caravan is back in. He does not have a point yet. He has taken 1 shot.
They got to get in their action. Reed out of the game now. Wear out the Duke defense.
Ryder's pretty good around that rim.
Smith puts it up, no. And the rebound controlled by Brown for Duke.
Nice rim run by Boozer.
Stewart's loading up on the taller Boozer.
The catch, the release, the bucket.
Nice read from the top.
Foster finding it. Cameron Boozer just ran down the floor, the first one down.
9 points for Cameron Boozer. He comes in averaging 22.4 per game.
I would look for Ryba on that matchup at the other end.
Oh, that's a deep one. Caravan, no. Rebound grabbed by Stewart. Reload for Smith. He sticks it from long range.
Man, they needed that right there without Terrace Reed. Struggling, finding their rhythm offensively. Big time shot there from 3.
They were 0 for 6 from 3-point territory before that hit from Smith.
He did drill it 46%.
Crossover, Boozer, and loses it. That's a turnover.
Smith, the nudge in here. How about this high-low? Taking advantage of the mismatch. Big-time kiss by the big fella in the low box area. And Smith can make that shot. He's quick to get to the rim. That sets up his game.
With Demery hurt, Smith has played a lot right there. Got that steal and deflection. Not leaving Cameron Boozer on an island.
So Demery back in. Darren Harris seeing his first action for Duke, the sophomore from Herndon, Virginia. Ryba, nice feed inside. Demery with the finish.
That was all Caravan, too. Even though the rub was off the center, his activity attracted eyes.
And Dan Hurley just turned to UConn faithful behind him to crank it up. They're on their feet. The roll by Boozer.
Nice extra look.
Harris can't hit the 3, and it's rebounded by Demery.
He can shoot it, too, that kid.
Demery looking for an opening here. Oh, he just dribbled it off his foot. Take it away. Boozer ahead. Homenya the catch and the release.
Turnover at that point on the floor. Disastrous.
28-21 Duke. 8.5 remaining. First half. Demery watched by Foster. 12 to shoot.
We'll stagger it and a curl.
Caravan. Ooh, way off. That's an air ball.
And that's his shot. They ran the play for him. Coming back with Reed. And here's the fumbleitis in the open floor. Good teams certainly make you pay. And then you leaks out. Finishes the deal.
So UConn goes with Reed. Duke will counter with Gumba, who replaces Darren Harris. And they'll just go bigger, trying to deal with Terrace Reed, who's listed at 6'11", 265.
And Gumba's been on a minutes restriction throughout this tournament, so John Shire will try to be selective about his use.
And use it right now. He's carrying at a mismatch.
Gumba the catch, the curl,
there you go.
And he banks it in.
Good play, good read. Those are two difficult matches for both teams.
Gumba been dealing with a foot injury of his own. Right now they lead college basketball in scooters. We see Foster and Gumba wheeling around here in Washington. Ball misses on a three. Long rebound by Stewart.
Duke's done a great job on the perimeter D.
Reed again. Oh, rejected! Do not go in there on Cameron Boozer. Caden Boozer had it blocked, but a foul.
Might be Stewart underneath. Two shots. Boozer is playing like the player of the year right now.
And doing it all. Offense, defense.
A message rejects it by the big fella.
You guys are missing the game.
Yeah, it's my bad. We all just switched to AT&T to get the unlimited plan for just $25 each. Now we're on the hunt for more deals.
Save together, stay together. You get it?
Got him. Game-worn Patrick Ewing shorts.
Wow, that's a lot of thigh.
They are super short.
Learn how to get AT&T Unlimited starting at $25 a month per line for 4 lines. Plus, switch and we'll pay off your phone balance up to $800 per line.
I needed a credit card, but was worried about dinging my credit.
I do not like dings.
My BFF Experian has no ding decline, with cards that won't ding my credit if I'm not approved.
Still don't like dings.
Download the free Experian app.
Experian.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck mower. The most powerful mower in its class, producing the perfect razor-sharp cut. Find an Ego retailer near you.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check who was behind me at the game. Dude, she just pointed at me.
That's crazy.
Checking Allstate first was the right move.
I love you!
I love you! Not checking who was sitting behind me was humbling.
That's her mom. That's Mrs. Spence.
Yeah, check Allstate first. You could save hundreds. Go Bruins.
Go Bruins.
What did I tell you? There's so much talent here. What's next? Stefan Castle, who happens to be right there. Just embarrassing. The next Stefan Castle also happens to be right there. You got eaten! Malpractice.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Still can't be beat with the big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
My granddaddy farmed this land, my daddy farmed this land, and now I'm farming it too.
She will do a wonderful job.
This has every single crop Daddy's ever planted in it. I uploaded it to ChatGPT.
It looks like the part number is AH20360.
Can you generate a report for how much water we've used?
Absolutely, I can put together a detailed report.
My family's been doing this for over 100 years. I don't want to be the one to mess it up.
You won't. You're too thorough.
Like you, like you.
When it comes to sports, you can never have enough. Hit every highlight with CBS Sports HQ, streaming free 24/7. Husky Mania here in D.C. Moments ago, Tracy with the head coach at UConn, Dan Hurley.
Don't ask me what I'm looking at.
I am not going to ask you what you're looking at. I can see you're already reacting to that call, but let's move on and just talk about your defense, especially on Cameron Boozer. What more do you need to see?
Yeah, obviously he's killing us in the paint. It's a tough matchup situation right now with their two bigs. We just got to do a better job of sinking into paint and letting the others beat us.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Terrace Reed certainly doing his part. The Boozer brothers combining to lead the way for Duke. UConn's defense this season, outstanding, top 10 in the country. They've been holding opponents to 40% from the field. Duke is shooting 60% so far in this first half.
Cameron Boozer plays so many spots on the floor, Bert. That's why the mismatch is a problem. Can make threes, put it on the deck, can post up.
Yeah, Raph, he is such a versatile big man. At his size, on the perimeter, posting, and his passing, so underrated part of his game.
Caden Boozer is all